Hi, my name is Maria, and I'm here this evening to tell all you lovely ladies about functional neurological disorder. Yes, we're going to learn this evening. Functional neurological disorder is it's a very real condition for those of us who have it. This disorder if I can speak, can be very scary, very debilitating, and very isolating. When I did my best on the slideshow here, I myself was almost committed 3 separate times while I was just trying to figure out what was going on with me. They say it's all in your head because all of your tests come up normal. It's very frustrating. Okay, let's see. There are many effects of functional neurologic disorder. First, we will talk about the mental effects. Second, we will explore the physical effects. And last but not least, I will tell you about the social effects. The mental effects of FND, the mental effects of FND, at least according to the Mayo Clinic, informs us that FND changes the brain's network, not the structure. So it's more of a software problem, not a hardware problem. And it causes brain fog, which I'm demonstrating just lovely today, I think. You can forget tasks and words. You can say the wrong words. Went out to dinner with my husband, and instead of asking for a waffle, I would use, but in my brain, I was saying waffle. You want to confuse a server? That'll do it. Can reroute the pathways in your brain. And a good example of that is I lost my voice for 2 years. And it was because my brain rerouted itself. So it was sending signals to my false vocal cords, which I didn't know I had false vocal cords. Apparently we all do. We learn something new every day. And it took 2 years for my brain to right itself to send signals back to the normal vocal cords. And finally, effects, it can cause depression because it takes a long time to be diagnosed with FND because it is a exclusionary diagnosis, which means you have to go through everything. They have to run you up and down the flagpole because everything has to come back normal or negative before they can say, okay, everything's fine, so this is what it is. And that is so depressing because you get so frustrated and you're not you anymore. So that's not fun. It can be very depressing. All right. First, we talked about how FND affects the brain, and now we'll explore the physical effects. What do I do? Oh no. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Sorry. Hit the wrong button. According to the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, the physical effects of FND can be, and I listed some of them here, weakness, muscle weakness, paralysis, gait ataxia, tremors, and shakiness, dystonia, muscle stiffness, spasms. And the list goes on. There's actually more than that. You can have sensory disturbances. The only thing I can think of was the monkeys. Because you can lose your ability to see, to hear, to speak, to swallow. You can lose your ability to smell, to taste. It can mess with your skin, your touch sensation. It can either deaden it to where you don't feel anything, which is dangerous because you can scratch and bump yourself and not know it. Or it can make you so sensitive to things that you can get freezer burn or scald yourself just from trying to wash your hands or take a shower. It's very, very funky. There's abnormal movements. And unfortunately, all of you ladies have been witness to this as I have punched myself in the face many times. Yes, it's so fun to go out to dinner with me. I can start a food fight at any moment. And then there's the extreme pain. And the only thing I could think of was a brain exploding. Because I have had a migraine since 2014. And I function because your body gets used to a certain level of pain. I like to say it's like removing your skull cap and gluing one of those spiked dog collars in there and putting it back on and then cinching it with a belt. It's lovely. It's delicious. Pain is fun. Not really, but we roll with it. All right. We just talked about the physical effects. Now let's talk about the social effects. Here we go. The social effects of FND, according to the National Health Scotland, FND can cause social isolation. And I know this firsthand because you get sick and you can't function the way you used to. Your family stops inviting you places, your friends don't invite you to go anywhere because you're not you. You're either in pain all the time, or you can't get out of the house, or you have to take a wheelchair, or so it becomes very isolating because people forget you exist. So that's not fun. It can cause emotional changes, according to the Mayo Clinic. Like I said, there's frustration because you're not who you used to be and you can't do what you want to do. There's sadness because you feel left behind, and that's no fun. There's anger because you just want to go and do and you can't. There's frustration. It's just a mixed bag of, yeah, if you're a roller coaster, basically. I mean, that's all I can think to explain it. Mayo Clinic also informs us that sufferers can be labeled as crazy, hence them trying to commit me 3 different times. You're told that you're faking. You're told that you're attention-seeking when you have to go to the emergency room because the pain is so bad that you can't stand it anymore. Suddenly your legs don't work, so you can't even get out of bed, or you can't see all of a sudden. You're drug-seeking, you're attention-seeking, and you're faking because they can't find anything wrong with you. So F&D is very, very frustrating. Nobody wants to be told that they're faking. In conclusion, let's see. Yes, you're crazy. In conclusion, F&D changes not just your system, but it transforms every aspect of your life. Down to the bathroom and even brush your teeth. It basically causes you to start all over again from scratch. You must learn different ways of living. You can still do what most people do. You just have to learn how to do it the F&D way. In review, first we talked about the mental effects. Second, we explored the physical effects. And last, I told you about the social effects. There are many effects to functional neurological disorder. Like I said, I had 3 different physicians try to commit me while I was just trying to figure out what was happening to me. I have since learned this happens to many people, not just me. But once you finally get a physician who's competent and you get the diagnosis, first there's relief because, oh my God, I finally have a name for it. And then you're not crazy. And then the real work starts because then you have to learn how to relive. While there's no cure for F&D, there are stages of remission. I'm living proof of that. Thank you, Lord. And there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's not all bad. So I thank you, ladies, for allowing me to twist your ear and share my diagnosis with you.
Thank you very much.
How did you get all